It's the first bill of its kind that literally could have government regulators mandating or intervening in the type of content that Canadian citizens all over the country get and know and love about YouTube every time they open up the app.
Neal Mohan, Chief Product Officer at YouTube. Thanks for joining me.
It's great to be here with you, Brandon.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on in the world. We know what's happening here in Canada with Bill C11. We also have a lot changing in the creator economy when it comes to YouTube Shorts, for example. And so I want to just kind of dive right into it. And I want to talk about Bill C11 first, because I know that's been moving its way through our democratic process here in Canada. What is the latest in terms of how YouTube is responding?
So the latest, and I'm here meeting with policymakers, creators, obviously, that are going to be impacted by this, as you know. The latest is that I still have concerns about the inadvertent impact on creators, to their livelihoods, to the audiences that they're building, not just creators that will be deemed potentially losers by the regulator, but also the types of creators that the regulator was looking to support. I think all types of creators will be impacted pretty significantly, and so having those conversations with creators is part of why I'm here. But also, as you know, this bill has the potential to have a big impact on our viewers. It's the first bill of its kind that literally could have government regulators mandating or intervening in the type of content that Canadian citizens all over the country get and know and love about YouTube every time they open up the app. And so for those two concerns, both on the viewer side and on the creator side, I think it's really important for Canadians at large to have awareness about the detrimental effects of a bill like C11.
You know, we've spoken to a lot of creators, and of course they're afraid that potentially this bill could see the government change the algorithm, and that could hurt or impact their views and their sustainability when it comes to their lifestyle and what they've been able to create with their channels. We've also spoken with the Heritage Ministry, and we've asked them, like, what is your plan for this? And they continue to reaffirm that touching the algorithm isn't what they're looking at doing. But there is still a concern on your part.
I mean, there's a real concern from my standpoint, because the bill as it's written today doesn't exclude this type of content. Open platforms like YouTube, content that are generated by creative entrepreneurs on our platform every single day, are subject to this bill as it's written. And so one of the suggestions that YouTube has, that I have, and I've been sharing this with policymakers, is a couple of small amendments to the bill will allow it to accomplish what it looks to do from a broad framework standpoint. And those amendments involve making it clear that user-generated content, kind of quote-unquote UGC, that comes from creators, YouTubers, is exempt. And that also the government regulator should not have the power to interfere with the recommendations that Canadians get when they open up the YouTube app. As you know, the recommendations, the videos that show up in your home feed, that show up after you're done watching a video on YouTube, they are based on the personal preferences, the types of videos that you watch, that I watch on the platform, as opposed to a government body deciding, well, this is going to be the creator of the week that we're going to showcase here or there. And I think there are a couple of small amendments that could be modified in the bill that would do all things possible to protect creators, but also not have this detrimental impact on viewers.
YouTube is a massive platform, right? It's a massive platform. Having you in Canada's nation's capital, that's a big deal. You're a big dog. So what has the reception been like?
My job is to represent our creators, stand up for the interests of our creators, our viewers, and that's what I've been doing with policymakers. I would say that I've had constructive conversations. I've shared my point of view, I've shared my concerns, and I've given specific examples about why those concerns exist. The other thing that I'll say, Brandon, is YouTube has been in Canada ever since its inception. The creator economy in Canada is thriving. We did a report recently where we saw that entrepreneurial activity on YouTube, creators on YouTube, generate something north of $1.1 billion for the Canadian economy every year, nearly 35,000 jobs. And so you have this incredibly vibrant, thriving economy. 90% of the audience of Canadian creators is outside of Canada. The cultural influence that comes from Canadian creators all over the world is profound, and it's possible because of an open platform like YouTube, where you have a creative idea, I have a creative idea, and we can share it with the world without some gatekeeper sitting somewhere saying, no, your idea is not the right one, this is the right one, etc. And so I've shared that point of view, and I've given sort of very concrete examples about how it could play out.
Well, we know how powerful these platforms are. I mean, we look across the spectrum with YouTube, IG, TikTok, things have been blowing up. But YouTube has definitely fired a shot at the others with the monetization of shorts and the splitting of ad revenue. That's a big deal. And a lot of people want to know, when can we start to see those checks?
Yeah, sure. So that's right. Like, yeah. No, happy to talk about that. So we actually, as you know, we had a pretty big announcement a couple weeks ago, which you're alluding to, which is now that Shorts is grown to be this platform, 1.5 billion users, millions and millions of creators producing content, Shorts content every single day. The next step, of course, keeping with the ethos of YouTube, is monetization, allowing those Shorts creators to be able to earn a living just like you can in our normal YouTube Partner Program as it exists today. And so we announced changes to the YouTube Partner Program, specifically announcing monetization in Shorts. And so now, starting in early 2023, if you have 1,000 subs, 10 million views over 90 days, you can apply through that gateway for the YouTube Partner Program, in addition to, of course, the one that exists for kind of traditional long-form video on YouTube. And the idea is that there are lots of creators that are Shorts specialist creators. They might stay Shorts, they might move from Shorts to long-form, they might do both. Obviously, a lot of long-form creators like yourself do Shorts content, and so we want to have a monetization program that applies to both of those.
I want to be an ear in the boardroom. So we know that the goal is to support creators, but is there a goal as well to kind of take down TikTok?
Well, I think the thing that makes, this is, to my understanding, this is the first monetization program of its kind amongst any of the platforms that's out there.
Every creator is talking about it.
The goal of our creators is to share what they have with their audience, with their fans, with their followers all over the world, their subscribers. But in order to keep doing it, there needs to be a sustainable economic model for it. And YouTube has been the pioneer in that respect. The original creator economy started on YouTube. We've paid out, over $30 billion to creators over the last few years. We have 10 different ways that creators can generate revenue on our platform. And I intend to continue to invest in all of them. And Shorts is just kind of the latest and kind of biggest announcement we have there.
So TikTok doesn't keep you up at night?
Well, I think that, when I have conversations with creators, it very quickly boils down to what are we doing to continue to make the Shorts product itself better, both from a discovery standpoint, so that your Shorts are found by new viewers every single day, that the creation tools get more innovative and more effective and powerful. So we're investing in both of those aspects from a Short standpoint. And this is really kind of the piece on top, which is, hey, if you're going to invest to put in the time into building Shorts, using our tools, etc., you should be able to earn a living doing it, and that's where Shorts monetization comes in.
All right, since I have you on the couch, we love an exclusive on this show. Is there anything else coming down the pipeline that will be a game changer?
Well, I think
you're the guy.
I like to think that everything.
Chief Product Officer. Okay.
What I'll say there, Brandon, is we're constantly investing in things for creators. I think all of these things that we're talking a lot about Shorts and Shorts monetization. That is obviously a big priority. YouTube should be the home for video creators of all forms, right? Whether you do long form. And remember, we're calling it long form today. When YouTube started, that wasn't long form. That was as short as it got, right?
That's true.
So,
That's true. That's
right?
true.
So it's just kind of continuing to make sure that we are pushing the envelope from an innovation standpoint. So we have long form content, we have Shorts. If you're a live creator, we want you to thrive doing live. This includes building your audience, but also monetization. So really this kind of concept of a multi-format creator is really what YouTube is about. I think it is the way that we are differentiated as a platform in the market, and that's where we're going to continue to invest.
Here's my last question for you. We know why the government is trying to do what they're doing with these bills here in Canada, which is for the most part, protect an industry that is definitely feeling some shocks as the world changes and people's habits and how they consume content has changed. In your view, 5 to 10 years from now, what does this ecosystem look like? Can you paint that picture for me?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I'll give you some of my thoughts, or at least how I think about it. And obviously, nobody has a crystal ball into the future. But what I would say is, like, our job at YouTube is to be, to be the world's best stage. The people that are on the stage are people like you. So the stage has to be the best set of tools, the most innovative place for you to be able to take the technology that we provide, but do what you do best, which is connect with your audiences. That's why people come to YouTube. Conversely, we need to make it so that it's the best place to view that stage. That's where all of our investment comes in terms of what we do on the viewer side, from mobile devices to living room television screens, to verticalized experiences like music, like kids, etc. So really everything is going to be along those lines. And the way I see it is that the original sort of power of YouTube has to be front and center, which is this open platform that allows, that gives everyone a voice and allows them to share with the world, will remain the bedrock of everything that we're doing.
All right, Neal, thanks so much for your time and all the insights.
Thank you for having me.
Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel. And listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.